Okay, welcome back to MTC Health and Wellness, and thank you for your interest in parasites. So, a few things about parasites. Parasites can cause anything from digestional issues, diarrhea, bloating, constipation, gas, to they can contribute to things like brain fog. I think even some learning difficulties, because when we have gut problems, we're going to have increased inflammation both in our gut but also in our brain. Also, things like sleep. Um, just about anything and everything can come back to the gut and parasites. So there's good reasons to work on kind of maintaining the health of your gut by doing a monthly quote unquote cleanse, if you will. So there's a lot of different theories out there, to be completely honest. But one thing I want you to know is that parasites are everywhere. I personally believe that they cannot be avoided. They are something to be taken serious and to be worked on. But they are honestly part of a healthy gut microbiome, right? A microbiome is made up of fungus, microbiomes like viruses, and then some parasites and bacteria, right? It's impossible, I personally believe, to rid your body 100% of parasites. But there are some more troublesome kinds of parasites, but also when they're allowed to overgrow, just like when the fungus is allowed to overgrow, or the opportunistic / bad bacteria is allowed to overgrow. That all equals trouble for you. More inflammation, more symptoms, more skin rashes. Whatever your symptoms happen to be. You might find around the full moon that your symptoms are a little worse. It's kind of crazy, and I think it's part of why our kids act more crazy. So when my kids are acting crazy around the full moon, it's my reminder, hey, it's time for a parasite cleanse. So also, as a functional holistic practitioner, we see the body as a whole unit, not just one thing. So I want you to understand that doing this cleanse can be beneficial. You want to go slow, you want to listen to your body, but it is not the answer to all of your health symptoms, okay? Because it takes a food, sleep, exercise, it takes a whole general approach to help your body get to where that microbiome is healthy. It takes eating a wide variety of foods, not the same things over and over again, because a lot of times, in order to really get rid of parasites, we need to get our gut bacteria in check first. Okay, so I'm going to include a couple recommendations for that, but also just eating a wide variety of fruits, vegetables, grass-fed meats, your good fats. All of those can help contribute to a good gut health. But keep in mind the stress factor, okay? Because when we're stressed out, that's going to increase cortisol, which is going to decrease our immune response. 80% of your immune is in your gut. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up here. Let's get on to what I do, what I try to do monthly. There are many different ideas and thoughts when it comes to parasites. There is probably no perfect one. This is one, as a mom, that I find I can try to remember to do once a month, especially with kids that love to play outside, okay? So first things is the, I don't do both of these. I do one or the other. This is called intestinal edge, okay? And it has black walnut, but it has wormwood in it, which is what ivermectin is made out of, and it is very effective anti-parasite. If you want even more natural, I learned this past year that you can boil pine needles and make a pine tincture. So lots of different options there to research. But so there's instructions on the back. I honestly start with just like a fourth to a half of a dropper. And the reason I do that is if we go too fast, too hard, we can have die-off symptoms because our body is releasing too many of these guys at once, and they're killing them off. And then we get tired, and we maybe get moody. We have more GI issues. So there's the catch-22 of finding the right dose to kill the parasites, but also not overdoing it, right? So, and even cold symptoms, like I took some yesterday and I've noticed that my nose is running today. So I know that I took a decent dose. So that's one option. That one doesn't taste too bad. It's easy to get my kids to take. This one is diatomaceous earth. Has very many uses around the house besides parasites. But it's like a cleaner that goes in your guts and helps to kind of clean out the sludge and the parasites as well. So there's instructions on there. You only start with 1 to 2 teaspoons. And in fact, I think it says start with half a teaspoon. or maybe one, and then you gradually work your way up over that week. So what I try to do is about maybe a couple days before, a couple days after the full moon, and then I take a break for those 3 weeks. If I really am having more issues, then I might stay on it for a little bit longer. But then there are some people that say you should just cycle, right? Cycle 3 to 4 days on, 3 to 4 days off, 3 to 4 days on, 3 to 4 days off. So you kind of have to find what works for you. Also, I do have options to help you and guide you in my gut reset program. And also definitely as a personal client, we can really do a stool test, see if we can discover some of the parasites, but also really discover the environment that's allowing them to hang around. So don't forget that. So what I do for gut bacteria is a great probiotic. This is not necessarily my favorite. My favorite is Megaspore probiotic, which I have information in my gut group, but I can also give you information on that. The reason is it's spore-based and it is more likely to tolerate the stomach acid, so it's still working when it gets to your gut. Biocide can be pretty helpful in a gut cleanse because sometimes the parasites can be hiding under a biofilm, and this is going to disrupt that biofilm. And again, something you want to go really slow and be careful with, but can be very helpful in helping to get rid of the biofilm so we can get rid of what's underneath, right? So also, this is then also a good general, kind of along with the intestinal edge, kind of a good general natural antimicrobial, antiviral. It's got a whole combination of things like black walnut and I forget what all is in here. Milk thistle, St. John's wort, garlic, and then some other great things. Just a powerful combination to help both with overgrowth of opportunistic or bad bacteria, but also to help kill off those parasites. So again, what I typically do monthly is just some of this or some of this. If you feel like you're continuing to have problems and you want help or have other questions, reach out and let me know. Thank you.